He puts the sus in sustainability. Dr. Austin Shelton III. This is his song too that he chose. He is the Executive Director of Center for Island Sustainability.
Explain all the feelings that you're making me feel.
Hafa, good morning. Good morning. Thank you all very much for being here at our 10th UOG Regional Conference on Island Sustainability. It's a real pleasure to have you here today, and we're very honored that all of you are embracing sustainability as this essential island value, this real ancient island value that we've brought a renewed focus on for the past 10 years as the Center for Island Sustainability. And thank you to Dr. Kreis. He is the man of the hour the past 8 months as our new president, and really appreciate you embracing sustainability. And really keeping it an integral part of our University of Guam. Thank you to the Lieutenant Governor and Speaker for coming up here today to support our conference and embracing it as well, and our legislators that are here as well. Thank you. And we're looking forward to hearing from, I think, 9 senators later this afternoon to hear about all the sustainability issues that they are supporting and plan to support in the future throughout their terms. So this morning, I just want to share for a few minutes the sustainable actions that we're taking at the Center for Island Sustainability, a few updates from the past year, and some of the directions moving forward. Well, first, I should wish you a happy Island Sustainability and Earth Month. Thank you very much to Governor Lulian Guerrero for declaring Island Sustainability Month for April 2019, and it was actually Speaker Munya Barnes who was acting Lieutenant Governor that day to sign the proclamation. So thank you very much, and we would like to call a lot of attention to these issues throughout the month of April 2019. As I mentioned, we've been around for about 10 years now. President Emeritus Robert Underwood established the University of Guam Center for Island Sustainability in 2009, and it's been our mission to lead and support the transition of our island region toward a sustainable future. So this is not just about Guam, but really Micronesia and the broader Pacific. And as you see through some of our programming and our presidential summit, we're really trying to elevate this conversation about sustainability really a lot broader than just Guam. Here's a really nice graphic of the 10 years. We had conference booklets from all of these 10 conferences, and you can get an up-close look out there in the foyer. It's really nice to look back and reflect on everything that we've done in these past 10 years, and you can download all of the booklets on our website later today at uog.edu/CIS. So the theme again, sustainable then, sustainable again. The ancient island value of sustainability and bringing a renewed focus to that was really important when we were thinking about planning the conference this year. So we know that we have all this historical knowledge, this wisdom, and something changed from our sustainable society when we started becoming more developed. Around World War II, and you're going to hear a lot about that in the next panel by Dr. Robert Underwood and our keynote presentation by Master Navigator Larry Regatel and his traditional navigation class. So we're really excited to hear a lot about the sustainable then today on the first day of our conference, and then tomorrow you'll hear from a former ambassador to the United Nations from New Zealand, Amanda Ellis, who will help us think about that sustainable future with a Guam green growth and a green growth focus in general. So we're doing quite a bit at the Center for Island Sustainability. First, we try to have an impact on our campus with our university students. We have campus sustainability efforts with the UOG Green Army. These students are dedicated to doing recycling all across campus, and we really thank them for their service and to bring awareness to these issues to our student body and throughout the community. We have green gardens on campus where we try to make fresh food and vegetables, fruits and vegetables available to our students, especially our dorm residents. These reusable straws are very popular right now, and we're so happy about that because it's really the gateway piece to taking sustainable actions. You might not think that one straw makes that much of a difference, but when 170,000 people are saying that in Guam, there are quite a bit of straws. And with this connection to our Sea Grant programs is really what started it all. There was one graduate student in Texas Sea Grant that pulled the straw from the nostril of a turtle, and then now we have our own turtle biologists at Guam Sea Grant, and all of this educational outreach focused on it, and thanks to our partners, MISA, who is bringing this to the masses with reusable straws. So we're happy with this initiative. We're also doing some education. Thanks to Master Navigator Larry Regatel, we've had 2 special courses, which you'll hear a little bit more about in the keynote speech, on traditional navigation and climate change adaptation. So we're really lucky to have Master Navigator spend some time with us here in Guam for the past 2 years. We do a lot of capacity building thanks to some grants from the National Science Foundation, Guam EPSCoR, and the NSF Includes project, and as well as Sea Grant funding. We now have spots for 40 high school, undergraduate, and graduate students to work on marine science and environmental science issues. We support the annual island-wide science fair and co-coordinate that event. And then we also have a smaller science fair for all of the student researchers that we host during the summer. And that also, these science fairs qualify students to go on to the International Science and Engineering Fair, which is a really powerful opportunity for students to do great things. And it means a lot to me because I was able to win the science fair when I was in high school. So I know how important this is to getting scientists in our pipeline and moving up to help our island. We also take our students to national science conferences. The SACNAS conference is the largest multicultural and multidisciplinary STEM diversity organization in the United States. And that's why we have our former SACNAS president of the whole national organization, Dr. Maggie, will be speaking to us tomorrow about really cool concepts to end the brain drain and bring our trained students back home after they go off to get their advanced degrees. We have several research projects. One that you might have heard us talk about before is the Guam Restoration of Watersheds, or the GROW initiative, where we're finding innovative solutions to reduce or eliminate this problem of erosion, which sends soil downstream to our coral reefs where they smother and kill them or harm them. It's been for the past 30, 50 years even, the method to solve this problem is to hike several hours up a mountain and bring a few hundred trees at a time. And if we keep doing that model, it's going to take several lifetimes before we ever get reforestation done. So we now have some grants in the works to use drones to drop seeds and other plants into the hillside. So we've done some lab work. We know the species that will work. We're adding these to our toolbox. And this summer, as soon as the rainy season starts, we're going to have our first field trials using the drones. We have lots of other research going on in Guam's forests and limestone areas and the forest down south. We're working on butterflies, working on endangered snails. And so a lot of that is taken care of by our Associate Director for Natural Resources at the Center for Island Sustainability, Elsa de Molinar. You're right here in the front. So she has a great team of biologists that are out in the field every single day doing this type of work. We have research work through our Sea Grant program on sea turtles, and you're going to get to hear Sefa tonight at Community Night. Island Sustainability Community Night is really the coolest event that we have in this whole conference. You have to see the seed talks, so make sure you're here tonight from 5:30 to 7:30. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have green roof technologies that we are testing, developing, and helping others to set up. This is in partnership with the Bureau of Statistics and Plans. We thank them for their funding and the boat shop for helping us to get these set up. We have several on campus that you can come take a look at if you're interested. And it really drops the inside temperatures of your buildings, and then, of course, you can have food or plants and things on your roof, which really add to the sustainability of your buildings and organizations. We do outreach all the time, every weekend. After school, Phil works at least 36 hours a day and goes to, leads these outreach events with several other members of our team. We really try to get this message of sustainability to every classroom or village event, fiestas. If they're inviting us to go, we try our best to be there. We have outreach in our watersheds, watershed adventures. Heidi from Guam Waterworks, we do a fun one with the Wave Club each year. We're hoping to do another one soon, but we start at the top of the watershed, pause in the middle to see all the sources of erosion. We make these seed sling stones. Guelo is with Larry's class and from TASA. He's a world champ in slinging sling stones. Yeah, and we're really glad to have him here today. And so we do conservation with a cultural twist, putting seeds and clay together, and it's a real easy way to plant trees or other plants and get them out there into eroding hillsides quickly. And then we hike down to Fua Bay, which our ancestors tell us is where civilization began, to revive the watersheds, coral reefs, and fisheries of this area. We also try to assist with policy. This was the 34th Guam legislature that there was a plastic bag ban passed. It finally goes into effect in 2020. But nevertheless, we're really encouraged that this was actually passed into law last year. And when we provided testimony, we committed to helping the community transition from plastic bags to reusable bags. And the very next day after the law was passed, we bagged people's groceries at Payless stores, thanks to our board member, Kathy Scrow, on our Island Sustainability Community Advisory Board. We were able to get into the stores and talk to people about this new law that was passed. And then we did it on campus too. We are plastic bag free in the bookstore. So we have paper bags and reusable bags available for our students. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a regional and global network. We are the members for Guam for the Secretary of the Pacific Regional Environment Program. We participate in that network. Thanks to these presidential summits on island sustainability, the presidents are inviting us into their networks. We are participating in things like the Jeju Forum and other events. On the national level, there's the Association for the Advancement of Sustainability in Higher Education, which we're members of and try to bring lessons back to our university. We are part of the National Sea Grant Network, and we keep growing in this area. We've had successful site reviews, and we continue to get increased funding there. And our program leader, Fran Castro, will talk more about the successes in this area tomorrow morning. Last year, we talked about this new partnership with Arizona State University. We went to visit President Michael Crow of Arizona State, and this is the largest public institution in the U.S. with over 86,000 students. And after this meeting, he invited us to become part of the Global Consortium for Sustainability Outcomes, which is a great network that we are now connected to with experts in over 12 international universities and research institutions. And this is also the connection how we got Amanda Ellis here today to be our keynote speaker for tomorrow. But we're really excited about all of the sustainability solutions that we're going to be able to accelerate worldwide thanks to this partnership. I came back from Germany last week. And we have new proposals in the works to stimulate new sustainable ideas for our economy that we're excited to get going as well. So here are a couple of things that we are planning to do. over the next year. First, I want to thank and recognize our Island Sustainability Community Advisory Board again. Thanks to our chair, Jackie Marathi, for the senior vice president from the Bank of Guam. We had some really great members that are joining us and helping us with these implementing sustainable actions throughout our community. And you've heard some of their names here this morning be recognized, and later this morning, Consolidated Commission on Utilities Chairman Joey Duenas will be one of our featured speakers too. But one of the first things that we want to do with that board is to set up a Guam Green commitment. It's sort of like a pledge, but with a little more teeth to it, to get to certify local companies or organizations that want to act on sustainability. There will be a tier system with green checklists, and we're going to talk about that more tomorrow on a panel. And if anybody is interested in making this commitment, please let us know, and we are excited to work with you. This year, we're also going to look at strategic plans and start aligning with the United Nations sustainability, our sustainable development goals. When people talk about sustainability worldwide, this is what they refer to. So in order to link us to these international connections a little better, we will align with these SDGs in our planning later this year. And another thing that a lot of people talk about with sustainability is a triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. We really have to have this balance. And what's really great, even though we're 10 years old now at the Center for Island Sustainability, we're really just getting started on sustainability. And that means there are so many opportunities for growth in this area, which will provide benefits to our economy and to our region. And so this is a new initiative that we are currently seeking grant funding to jumpstart, and it's called a Guam Green Growth Initiative. And it really works well with the way we do this at the University of Guam for our trident symbol. But we know that we have two main economic drivers right now, which is tourism and military and government spending. And we really want to look at creating the new green economy. And we're planning to do this by building capacity in 4 NICE areas, NICE, which are natural resources, information technology, circular economy, and energy independence. And just to give you a taste of what the circular economy means, typically, okay, so we have only so many holes that we can dig in this island and fill up with garbage before we run out of space. We depend on 50 to 100,000 containers for all of our goods coming in each year. There's different figures, but we hear somewhere between 2 or 3 weeks. If we don't get our shipping containers in, we run out of food. So we have a linear economy, which means we take something from the environment, we make something, and we dispose of it. But a circular economy takes waste from one industry and makes it the starting point of a new industry. And these are the type of things that we would like to promote and stimulate with the circular economy initiatives. So the prime example right now, and you'll see a lot of it throughout the conference, is using green banana paper. A banana tree produces the fruit, and then you have to cut down the tree and throw it away. But what Matt Simpson and his team did in Kosrae is found another use for these banana trees to turn it into paper fiber and make wallets and other products. And they have a factory which I think employs more than 40 people to create new jobs and new products that people internationally are now buying. And you can get some outside too later today if you'd like your own green banana paper wallet. So other circular economy things are food waste, turning that into animal feed. And if you have a slaughterhouse, you have a real nice circular economy initiative. You take green waste and put it into compost piles, which can be used for fertilizer, farming purposes, or like we've done at UOG is to make sediment filter socks, which you can put around construction sites or into watersheds to reduce erosion. And our partners at the Micronesia Conservation Trust in Pohnpei have started making eureka or beetle nut palm plates. You take the sheath of a palm and put it into a press, it heats it up, You make these different size plates that are even oven safe at 350 degrees for half an hour. So great alternative to styrofoam. We want to see more innovative ideas like this to reduce waste and also stimulate economic growth with. We have invasive bamboo in our southern rivers that needs to be taken out somehow. It's a lot of work to do, but if you can make money from it, then perhaps we can stimulate that, right? So we had some visitors that Lieutenant Governor and President Christ met with, our chair of our board met with, Republic of Indonesia. They want to figure out how to partner with us for small island development, and they are willing to send us bamboo handicraft and furniture makers to do some workshops with us later this year. So we're hoping that this can stimulate some new ideas and hopefully new businesses. Well, those are just some of the ideas that we're going in the next year, and I invite you to learn more about it throughout the next 2 days in our conference. We really thank you again for being here, and look forward to meeting with you and talking to you throughout the rest of this week. And I welcome you to please meet with me and our Center for Island Sustainability team. If there's anything that you see that we can partner on, write grants together, or if you just really like what we do and want to support us, we have a table with the Endowment Foundation, our great partner that helps us put on this conference, and you can help us with all of these activities throughout the year. And so we really appreciate your support and your presence here. Okay. Thank you very much.